Good morning, boys. It's a little bit later in the morning than usual. You can see the sun not glaring as much in the background. A little bit. She loves the camera, at least to be in the background. That's your sister. But today, we're going to talk about wrestling real fast. I ain't going to make this long. I want to keep it under 5, 6 minutes if I can. Just good luck with that, I know. But anyways, my 5 favorite wrestlers, not in any particular order. I'm gonna talk about the real life wrestlers and then a couple of fictitious wrestlers because in case you didn't know, I wrote a wrestling book called Sensational American Wrestling. Hopefully, again by then it's large and you guys are getting some royalties off it. Who knows? But yeah, it's a pretty interesting book. Anyways, 5 favorite all time real life wrestlers. Number and number again, the number is just a number. I like them, in their own rights. First was is Chris Jericho. I'm sorry, just since day one, when I first saw him with Monday Night Jericho, and I know some people going, you mean Monday Night Raw and Raw Jericho? No, it was Nitro is Jericho. That's what WCW days, and then WWEF whatever G I don't know. It was Monday Night Raw. Raw is Jericho, and he's always been larger than life character who wasn't all buffed up on steroids, and he was like a well built average guy going out there and kicking butt, and he was just so funny, and he still is funny to this day. I love him. So Y2J, you're on my list. Ravishing Rick Rude. A lot of people don't know who that is. He passed away a couple years back. He was the first guy I saw that looked like he was chiseled out of stone, and I was so impressed with his, poses with Zeke, and he just opened his robe all, slowly, and dun, 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 dun. It's just so cool to watch him out there with this Tom Selleck mustache. He look like Magnum PI on can't say roids because roids to me I picture big buff bulky guys, like the Hogans and stuff. No, this is a guy who just was like cut, trimmed, and ripped, and he's pretty impressive. So the great thing about the next what I like with him, let's say he used to wear these shorts that looked like they had lips on the back, and he flexed his butt cheeks and looked like the lips were kissing. He was just entertaining, and so my next one on there, old school wrestler Tony Atlas. He's one of the first black wrestlers who made it mainstream. Well before any, Coco Beware, and the people go back and go, Coco Beware was the first one. No, no, no. Tony Atlas was well before that. Even The Rock's dad, Dwayne Johnson, was before that. But Tony Atlas, I just loved everything about him. I can't explain it. You have to watch some videos on him if you get a chance. He was one of my favorite. And then Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. Oh, loved it. The Perfect Plex. I could do anything because I'm simply perfect. Before he came out, they had this video vignette where he'd throw a basketball to his shoulder like this, and make it from half court. He'll play pool, get the stick out, and all the balls go in the corners and all the holes. And his main finish move was the perfect plex. It was just a fisherman suplex with the hooking pin, but because he did it, it was perfect and no one could kick out of it. It is just so funny. He's again one of those average built guys, that would put this move on the guy who's like twice this size or muscular, and they couldn't break out of it because it was perfect. I love the angle and the character. And then, yeah, this video's gonna be about 10 minutes. I can tell because I'm having too much fun. Well, anyways, boys, my next one, and this makes number 5. It's hard for me to put him on this list only because it's the obvious pick. It's like someone saying, "Well, I like oxygen." It's like who doesn't like oxygen? You don't need to state to the world you like oxygen. You know what I mean? And you have some. And of course, you always have the hater. Well, I don't care for it. Because who doesn't like oxygen? But it's The Rock. I mean, hands down, The Rock is almost on everybody's list, probably. I mean, the man can wrestle, the man can talk. I mean, he's all around. He was the complete package, the closest I think WWE's had in the whole time I've watched. I mean, yeah, of course you have Austin in the category of men, Triple H. All these guys had great moments, but their moments got greater when they're in the ring with the great one, because it's like he just helped elevate it, and it's so funny because I've watched his whole career in from when he came out with that awful outfit as Rocky Maivia, I think it was the Royal Rumble as a surprise entrance, and he did do great. He eliminated two or three people, whatever. It was okay, but he wasn't talking much. And then when he joined the Nation, he wasn't talking much, and he started talking more. And it just but when they and I ain't gonna lie, Rock, I love you, but there was some time near the end of your career before you officially left that you kind of went a little bit too crazy. I mean, you were cussing like every, I don't know, feel like every 10th word or something. But that part I can forgive because, like, so even when you came back, you were funny. You always entertain, and that's what the great one does. And it's funny because you're just amazing, and you still are. One person I didn't put on this list, and I want to put him on there, and so I guess I'm gonna have to go six because I just love this man too much too. And that was the Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah, I mean, he was so entertaining before I even thought of it as entertaining. When I thought it was, how old are you boys when you're watching this? Because if you're older, you know by now that it's sports entertainment. Okay, so before I realized it was sports entertainment, you know, wink, wink. And it was 100% legit. Macho Man was just amazing because he was entertaining before it was supposed to be entertainment. When we were still under the illusion that it was not that, he was still very entertaining. And I got to watch him live one time. It was just so funny because I don't think anyone saw this because it was like one of those off camera type things at the live event. He came out of nowhere. He wasn't even part of the match. He wasn't even supposed to be on the card. And so it was like a surprise little bonus thing. He came out and he did his signature. He slammed somebody and did his signature top rope elbow on someone. But when he finished it, he went in like literally between the ring posts, like the corner kind of goes like. So I get this on the camera. Like say that's the corner. Rope, corner, rope. He laid his body diagonal like this. It rested like this in between on the top rope like that, and just the fans, the crowd just laughed it up, enjoyed it because he was just the madness, the macho madness. Oh yeah, brother, Sorry, brother's more Hogan, but he said it sometimes, but Macho Man easily fits the list. So I have to go top six. I'm sorry, I can't leave the Macho Man off the list. Anyways, um, boys, the reason why the title is the way it is in my fictitious book, um, I created some characters. I have over 30 or 40 at this point, and the ones I voiced the most, not the most, the ones I liked voicing the most. Um, and there was a few people, personalities, but I had to say easily the top three. And this actually does go in order. I love being Will. Will's the commentator, the announcer in the show. He's hilarious. A lot of one-liners, a lot of zingers. I feel it's my underlining personality gets to be free as him. He's kind of like Jerry the King Lawyer ish in a way, but more hip and in a younger way. Because everyone's no offense to you, Jerry, but you've been old since I remember watching it, so I don't remember you young, and so it's a little bit different. But I loved being Will the announcer. Um, and my second favorite, I love being Raoul. The ladies, they love me. The men, they fear me. Ladies love Raoul. It's just, it was fun doing his voice because he just, the lines I came up with, because I created all of this. So the one liners I came up, the zingers, he's like, it was just funny because, like, he would come down and, one time I think someone said to him, um, oh, he was frustrated because he had to wrestle against Kaboom, Rage, and me, Mike Ford, and you can tell by the names those guys are angry type hostile wrestlers, and like, oh, he's sensual, And so he's sitting there with an interviewer, and the interviewer's like, so how do you feel about being in this match against these three guys? He's like, how do you think I feel? How would you feel? And he's like, well, I would feel kind of shocked and kind of probably not want to be in a match with these guys. He goes, wait. I realize I made a mistake. I asked you, how would you feel? How could you know how I feel? Look at me. Look at the sexiness. That is me. And look at you. You have no idea what it's like to be a sex symbol, to be the candy, to be the man. It's so I'm just like he's like, leave me now. I will finish this interview without you. It's just his arrogance is just I loved it, and so it's so much fun to voice him. Um, and then number three, I said Will already, but I love this back and forth with Cynthia, so that was another put that one there. But number three was Gabby. Gabby is my resident um, gift the gab person, I guess by her name. Obviously, she's always on the phone gossiping about stuff. And it's just the stuff she came up with, saying people aren't they're like there's a triplet tag team called the Varsity All Stars, and they're supposed to be triplets, and she's like, girlfriend, they ain't even related, So it was just fun, the zingers that she would talk about how she's like, and that one guy, I heard he's faking this and that, and just it was a blast. I you can see the smile on my face, you see the laughter. I still enjoy that book and doing all this stuff with it. So my dream matchup though. I would love to have, the Macho Man or Randy Savage, versus Raoul, the Latin lover. My Spanish or Hispanic accent is horrific. Trust me. I thought of the lines. I did not voice him that well, and I tried to get other people to do it. But when I practice, I can get a whole bunch of different voices going and stuff. So, um, but yeah, it's just Raul. I love his personality, and I can see him running from the Macho Man and Macho Man chasing him, or Raul talking to Miss Elizabeth because she's gone. Rest her, God bless her. But he come out, hello, Miss Elizabeth, is it? And Macho Man come on, what do you think you're doing, brother? Talking to my woman, I just picture this so much fun. It'd be a blast. But again, since it's fiction, maybe one day I'll be big enough and I can have because it's a fictitious world. So maybe Macho Man will do a crossover one day. I know he's not here. Like most wrestlers on my list aren't even alive no more. But that's the great thing about fiction. Anything's possible. But you gotta remember one thing about fiction. People can tell you fiction too that they say is truths. So be careful with that, boys. Someone said they're gonna give you, $5 on Wednesday for a hamburger today or $5 on Friday for a hamburger they buy today on Wednesday. Watch out, he might be a Popeye character. Sorry, Wimpy. You won't get that. You probably think Popeye's a chicken, but no. The original Popeyes cartoon had a guy who's always borrowing um, cheeseburgers or something like that. He's like, I'll gladly give you on Friday and pay you for a cheeseburger if you get me one today or something. So yeah, people say they promise you to give you the money on it for Friday, but I mean it made no sense. Even when I watched the cartoon, I was probably like 10 years old. I'm thinking, how would he pay for a cheeseburger that he already ate 2 days later? but Popeye and Bluto and all them people around there always fell for it and try to help Whippy out, but it is what it is. Anyways, boys, gone too long. It's 13 minutes. Sorry about that. I love you guys. Daddy's always animated. So that's why when you see me kind of mopey on here, it's not usually me, trust me. But no one can hold me down. Not forever. Got to keep on moving, baby. Love you.